Alright, now it's time to put in the lower intake. I'm going to put in the intake gaskets. They only go in one way, so it's pretty simple. Okay. Set it down in here. Now let's get this intake on here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and change the O-rings and the injectors. Some new ones because they're hard and stiff. Pop it right off of there. Yeah, take them all off and put 6 new ones on. And then I can put the injector rail on so I can go ahead and torque down that lower intake. Okay, so got the injector rail in because some of the holes, some of the screws for the for the lower intake actually hold down the injector rail. So I put all new seals in the injectors. Put a little bit of Vaseline on them so they slide straight in here really nice. And I get the bolts all snugged up in there. So now I'm gonna put them at 250, I believe it is. Let's see. I'm gonna set up to 250 inch-pounds and tighten them up. Okay, this one. This one. Go. This one. Come over here. And I always count them as I'm doing them in my head so I know I didn't forget any. But you can always hit everything again to see if they all feel tight too. Two more. Okay, just double check them all. Okay, lower intake, and fuel injector rails are in. Okay, so I got the timing cover on. There was one O-ring gasket that went here, and 2 little ones that went over here on the back part. And show you that. Now I got these 6 snug down. These are the ones that are gonna go to the heads. 20. These are gonna get tightened down to 20 foot-pounds of torque. Okay, let's double check them all. Okay, that cover's on. Now let me, I'll get the water pump prepped and I'll put a water pump in there. Okay, now I'm gonna tighten up all the 10mm bolts to, what was it again? It was 105 inch-pounds. Okay. And this one. There we go. So those are all on. Now, let's put that water pump on. Okay, let's put the water pump on. It's going to go to 105 inch-pounds. Perfect. Okay, water pump is on. Okay, let's put the cam sprockets in. Okay. Alright, gotta go get the bolts. Okay, so I got the right side down, tightened, and went 75 foot-pounds, and then 90 degrees. So this one here is going to be 85, and I'm just using a bolt. It works for me, but yeah, I guess you have to be daring to use it. But That's all I have at this time. So this one here is going to be 85. Let's set this to 85 here. It's 80. 85 there. Yep. Okay. Okay, 85. Now, gonna where the heck is that? Oh, it's around top. Okay, so now let's put this on and go 90 degrees. I can set it somewhere around here like this. Okay. Bring it up. Set that to 0. And 90. Whew. Okay. Yeah, so just use this for the 90 degrees. I'll take the bolt out. And everything looks okay, so I think it'll be alright. So both cams are all set. I guess now I'll start on the oil pump. Alright, oil pump is on. Now it's got to get tightened to 250 inch-pounds. So let me find my wrench. Where's my torque wrench? Right. 250 inch-pounds. Set that up on here. Okay, 250 inch-pounds. Okay, there's 2 there. This one here. Double check everything. This one here. This one here. Okay, and that one takes a different one. So I'll just leave that on for now. Okay, so the oil pump is on. Now, I'm gonna put the crank sprocket on next. Alright, now I'm gonna put on the crank sprocket. So I lined this key in there, I lined it up with the key. Of course, that was on top of that center before, so I know that we're all set. And I'm just using a bearing. And this here, I actually got this on eBay. It's made for it's a Miller 6641, and it's for putting these sprockets on. So put that in there, and it's just I'm just using an old bolt, one bolt, because the when it holds that down, that holds the balancer down. It's too short to do this. And I'm just gonna take my time and oops. I'm gonna have to crank her back a little bit. Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna have to lock this in because I don't want to have an issue with the heads. So let me find something to lock that together so it doesn't move. Alright, so I went from the back. I took a Phillips screwdriver and I put it through one of the screw holes that go to the flywheel. And I think that's gonna hold it. Yep, holding it. And nicely. Go a little more, but almost feels like the screw that I have is bottoming out. So let me put a shorter screw on there and finish it up. Okay, the crank sprocket's good, all set. Now I'm going to put the new tensioner, the timing belt. Okay, and the new tensioner. Okay, now gonna get the belt and put that on. Okay, so the tensioner's tightened to 250 inch-pounds. Make sure I got that 250 inch-pounds. Yes. Okay, and the actual tensioner pulley is tightened to 45 foot-pounds. So let's switch this over to foot-pounds. Okay. And that's 45 foot-pounds. That's all set. Now we'll start the belt. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Actually, here. And I'll put something underneath there to hold it in place. Just a bolt over here. See if I can get it on there. So it needs to go back a hair. Oops, too far. off there. And then I have to adjust it better. Bring it up one tooth. Yes, it's got to go back one tooth. Right there. There we go. Nice and tighten there. On here. And over to this one. Almost there, come on. Just a hair more. Probably have to lower that a little bit to get that in there. Okay, so this side's in, lined up perfectly. Coming down here, lined up perfectly. I'm having a problem here where the tensioner goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen this one up down here just to give me enough room to bring that back up. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and loosen this one again. This is the tensioner. Just to give myself a little bit more room here. Get that belt to go on. A little bit more. Okay. Now, take this one. It's right on the money. So we're lined up there. We're lined up there. It's a little bit off, but that's all right. See, it's right in the middle. So if I would move one teeth forward, it'd still be the same thing. That one's right on the money, so I think it's gonna be close enough. That's lined up on there. All right, let's tighten this back up. And my ratchet. Okay. Bring that back down to 250 inch-pounds. Okay, so now we're all set. Our tensioner's on, belt is on, marks are where they're supposed to be. This one is a hair off, but that'll be all right. Our tensioner's torqued down, our pulley's torqued down. I just pull that, and it should be the end of it. Okay, on to the next thing. Okay, so put a Phillips screwdriver in there. I'm going to rotate it two revolutions and see, just to make sure everything's okay. one. And there's two. And coming up and lined up. And she's on. Perfect. Right on the money. Beautiful. Okay.